Hi, it's Isabel, and today we're talking about the third part of the Goldilocks principle, moisture. So when we have a meal, we want to be able to tell if there's enough moisture for our digestive system. And one of the easiest ways to tell is to be able to look at the products of the digestive system. So we're looking at bowel movements, and you can tell how much moisture your body needs if the bowel movements are very dry, which is like they look kind of like rabbit pellets, or there's a lot of straining, they just look drier, then there's probably a need to have more moisture. And this can be in the way of actual watery kind of substances, or it might be fats. So you can kind of see what kind of feel into what your body's needing. Soups are a great way to bring in more moisture. Herbal teas are another great way. And cooking something into the water allows your body to absorb the liquid a little easier. On the other side, there might be excess moisture. And this would be like any kind of congestion that you're feeling, whether it's like a sinus congestion or general kind of like feeling excess kind of heavy. Can be a sign of excess moisture. Heaviness can be kind of like one of the signs, and then you can look to see if there's another sign, like the congestion, or if there's mucus in the stool, or also if there's excess oil kind of in the stool. And sometimes you can see an oily film on the water, or if sometimes it'll float if it has excess oil. So that's one way to tell kind of where you are on the spectrum. Now, some folks might have loose stools, which look like they have a lot of water in them, but that's actually excess heat. So if things are just moving through a little too quickly, that can show you that you need actually to cool things down, and you can explore kind of the other part of the Goldilocks principle that talks about excess heat and coolness. That the excess moisture can be more of like the sluggish stools that have a lot of body and just have like more stagnation to them. So sometimes when we have a lot of water in our system, it can congest things, just like it would in our sinuses. So when we're eating, we want to make sure that we have a healthy amount of water. We don't want to have too much water, like say a tall glass of a drink, because that can water down our digestive juices. So you want to have just enough so that it kind of lets the food swim around like it would in a washing machine. Water is a connective substance, so it allows nutrients to move through it, and also the enzymes and different parts of the food digestion that are going to need to interact. And we also want to be able to coat each food particle in some moisture, which saliva does when we're chewing it. But the liquid also helps. It's a carrier for those substances. So if you're having a soup, you don't need to drink as much liquid. But then if you're having something like a sandwich or crackers, you want to take in a little extra liquid to make up for it. And if you don't, then your body's going to bring liquid from other parts of the body, other systems, to try and make up for that, to try and digest the food. And if you're already a little dehydrated, or you already show some of those dry digestive symptoms, also gas and bloating would be examples. But dry skin or dry mucous membranes can be an example of dryness. Your body's going to take moisture from other parts of the body to help rehydrate. So that's a tip today, is to just explore how much liquid you have in your diet and how much you need. Thank you so much for joining, and I look forward to sharing one more video with you on digestion for the holidays.